right. So the standard intro here, but the Book of Shadows next game,
Yep.
next show,
Yep.
right? Okay. We are coming in now. You'll have a great show.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of course. Oh, I had y'all down. Just come on in. I already played the intro. Sorry.
Oh, jeez, I was just saying, what happened? Okay. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ghost Chronicles International. I am Ron Kolick, your host, the gatekeeper around the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable New England squeaky-voiced announcer. And with me, my co-host, the man whose everybody voices they love, Mr. Steve Parsons.
Good evening.
You got a great voice. I mean, everybody's got a great voice for me. I get this Kermit the Frog thing.
Whiny, whingy little voice I have.
It's
Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking of somebody else.
and that's me. It is, yeah. Anyway, but it's funny though. But people recognize me from my voice. Hey, don't you do that, Ghost? Oh yeah, how'd you know? Oh, I recognize your voice. Yeah, it's okay. Doubt it.
Rico, remember to turn it off when I hear your voice.
Yeah. Anyway, so yep. Anyways, we've been enjoying some lovely weather, 70-degree weather here in New England. It's been awesome. And the ice pack is pretty much melted in a lot of spots. You still have your huge piles from the plows, but yeah, it's my front lawn's kind of defrosted. So there you go.
Well, how lovely. We've got 80-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow.
Yeah, it's because you live in hell's hole there at the end of the world. World's end. I don't know.
No, that's Tehran.
Pretty much. I'm so intrigued. I probably can Google you, right? Google Earth you, see where you actually live, because I'm so curious on where you are. How you look.
How I look.
Yeah, where your house is situated. Because Google, do they have Google Earth in the UK, right?
No, we were late. Keir Starmer said that we were going to join it in a few years' time.
Oh, so I can't Google Earth you?
Yes, I'll send you a link.
Oh, that'd be cool. I mean, honestly, I always picture you, because you tell me, oh yeah, we're high on the cliff, I can see like this and that. It's like I picture like Hill House or something,
Oh,
send me the link.
Hang on. What, you want to see a view from our house?
Yeah, I'd like to see don't send it to me now because I can't do nothing with it. I'm doing the show right now. But
all right, I'll send you some views tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be cool. I really would, because I'm just curious. It's nothing earth shadowed. I mean, I'll live without it. But it's curious.
Yeah.
So
an embarrassing week for Britain, huh?
Why? What happened?
Well, do you not watch your president?
Who? What?
The Great Don.
Oh no, I haven't seen. Why I missed something? What about the UK?
What did he say? He said he's not impressed with our prime minister. He's no Winston Churchill.
Yeah, I heard that.
The funniest one was when he said, finally, Keir Starmer's decided he's going to send an aircraft carrier to the Middle East. There's no need. Nobody likes a country who arrives when the war is.
Oh yeah, what he said last time was just bullshit. Oh,
Yeah.
that was bullshit.
Now, I agree. It is embarrassing the way that Britain has or our Prime Minister on behalf of the British public.
And that's
like
the public, the ones that go to the pub. That's where public comes from.
No, yeah, well, on behalf of the British public, apologise to America. We're stuck with him. He's our Biden. We've got him for another 3 years. But then I thought I heard that thing about nobody arrived when the war's won. And I'm thinking,
didn't America do that in the First and Second World War?
I was going to say, we started in 1914. America arrived in 1917.
Yeah,
we started in
had
1939. America arrived in 1941.
I know.
And in fact, we had Christmas first, so it was actually 1942.
Yeah, I know. It's just
there used to be a song that was doing the rounds in World War II amongst the British in the British music halls, and it's a version of, or it's a re-lyricked version of "Over There, know that, and then it ended up. The British version was, and we won't be there till it's over there.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard that somewhere, maybe in a Benny Hill or something. I don't know. But
that, I mean, he has got a point. Although, rather impressively, I was watching some video footage from. In fact, I'm going on Monday to have a look for myself. There's a US British bomber base about 4 hours from here, where currently we have 15 B1s and 5 B-52s.
Ooh.
Rotating.
I thought they didn't like you. Why are we putting them there?
Well, we changed his mind, don't we? Politicians.
Oh, he needs those in Bay Greenland.
He needs them
because they're going to put up a big fight, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
there'll be a world shortage of whale blubber.
I don't know. But the interesting thing is, is the silliness in the news sometimes, and we just had a fantastic story here in the States about a man who claimed he was kidnapped by a pod of dolphins and forced to build an underwater city.
I read that.
They found him on the beach, and
I read that.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah, you mean it's not true?
Damn dolphins! I didn't say it wasn't true. I just said
we had a pod of dolphins came up our.
Were they looking for the Prime Minister?
We could do. Listen, Donald, if you do listen to the show, we could do with some regime change here in the UK.
Oh, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that, please.
Don't have freedom of speech.
I know.
If you've got a spare bomber, number 10 Downing Street, please.
Yeah. Don't tell him. He'll actually do it. So
I hope so. Most of the British people
in the right mood. That's all. Just listen. You got to listen at night, though. That's when he does his best work.
I know. He's
when he's on the John.
On the during his first term, it was one of my things I used to look forward to. First thing in the morning, because he tweeted overnight, and it's like, "What's he said now?"
Yeah. So anyway, got some feedback from the pub edition of Ghost Chronicles. If you haven't seen it, you can catch it.
Don't do it again
on podcast. No, they actually like it. They enjoyed it. They were a little annoyed that Bob didn't get any words in. Looks like we carried the conversation too much, or the ghosts. So I guess we'll have to deal with that next time. But we'll give them more equal time. I guarantee you.
Imagine whose idea that was to bring Steve on once a month.
That was yours?
Oh yeah.
I give credit. Unlike some people that I know, I actually give credit where credit is due.
Well, yeah, why not?
Anyway, yeah.
Anywho,
I think that's one of the things we're going to add to the pub edition too. Is stories in the news. We'll add that in, a little segment on that, because it's just a couple of mates in the pub.
Maybe we could get Bob to do the Teller of Curious Tales.
That's not a bad idea. I think he would. He would go for that.
He'd do a better job than the current one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, the current one is busy. He's building a career. So
I don't know what he's doing. I haven't heard from him for a few
Well,
weeks.
you and I will have a little chat, and I can tell you what he's up to.
Okay.
So anyway, what was I? I don't know. Yep.
Don't know.
And I don't know what the ghost. He's just so quiet. So the other day, I was listening to a podcast, and it was an interview with a guy from your country, a Dr. Paul Lee.
I'm aware of him. I don't think our paths have ever. We move in the same circles. I have a feeling I may have met him, but
He was a good guest. I really enjoyed listening to him. He had, I guess, he's got 3 volumes called UK Hospitality, where he done surveys on and pubs.
yeah. Oh, I'm aware of. I'm aware of him and what
Yeah.
he's. He's got like a regular podcast type thing.
Oh, he does.
Well, it's not a podcast as such. It's like a vlog.
Oh, a vlog. Yeah. Okay. Everybody's got something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so he brought up a couple of good points that was interesting. And one thing he talked about, and I always thought about it, if it was possible, is that do ghosts fade away?
It's something that he didn't. Certainly isn't the first to suggest it.
No, he said that himself. Yeah.
And there is.
There is some evidence.
Well, is there though? Because Richard Felix used to say, "Well, ghosts fade away because
Oh, I said that on it when he was doing his last thing, and he said, "No, they don't." I
they're
don't think so.
caveman ghosts," and I immediately found him too. I don't know. Possibly because if they are an energetic. Now, let's assume for a minute that we are dealing with that is extra curriculum, extra outside of us, real. Then if it is an energetic form, then it will presumably, if it have some sort, a battery, a battery fades,
Yeah.
a radio signal fades.
The sun fades. Well, it burns itself out actually, but it's going away.
So, I mean, hypothetically, you could make that case, and it would seem a logical thing to suggest.
He mentioned a case, and maybe you're familiar with it, about a woman that was seen a woman in red, and then she was eventually seen as a woman in pink dress, and then eventually she was a woman in white, and then eventually she was just noiseless, footsteps and things. You're familiar with that?
I'm familiar with well, there are several, but yes, I am familiar with the evidence that's been promoted as suggestive of an apparition fading away. And in fact, good few years ago, 20 years ago, I mused on a thing called the water ghost, like a water tape.
Oh yeah.
And I
You sure Richard didn't come up with that?
No, it was me. And I actually did include in that a suggestion that because over time the body, if it is contained within the water mass of a building, for example, then evaporation would cause that to diminish.
Oh, I get that. Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah.
So, I mean, if people want to go to parascience.org.uk and have a look for the water tape, I think that musing is still on there somewhere.
Very good.
Read of it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's intriguing, and you can look at it. I was going to say scientifically, but you can look at it from the evidence that we have, and you can look at it spiritually as well. Is that that a spirit's there only, like in the Catholic Church, we believe in a purgatory, which is a temporal time. So eventually you do your time and you go on. But there are other religions that believe you go on to the next, step. So maybe that's if you're looking at it spiritually, maybe that's it too, where you see these there while they're in that lack of word purgatory, and then as they achieve the purity, then they move on to the next level or the very end. I don't know what, nobody knows. It's all.
The problem with all of this is, and like that musing that I did on the water tape, it is all, it's deeply speculative. It all relies on a great deal of assumptions and what ifs and.
Yeah.
What? Hang on, I'm trying to listen to the.
Who are you talking to?
Whatever's in your background, I'm listening to
You
it.
can hear that?
Of course.
I'll shut the.
It was coming through nearly as well as you were.
Yeah, people just don't know that I'm doing the show. Don't call, but they do. I get the best. The best.
But returning to the theme, it is,
At least it wasn't Cal.
Not this time, not yet. But a lot of these things have, well, let's assume, what if, it's highly, assumptive and speculative.
Yeah.
And we don't have, like with ghosts, we don't really have any substantial evidence for the existence or lack of existence of ghosts.
As Dr. Paul said, Lee said, you can't even call it a theory because it's really not a theory, it's an idea.
Yeah, well, that's why, that water tape thing of mine, I called it a muse.
Yeah, it works.
Just sort of playing around with an idea. And I guess that's what Paul was doing. And why not? Because, often if you play around with an idea, you might find, and it's a good way of developing a hypothesis, is to play around with different concepts, ideas, constructs, to see, well, which one fits the best, and maybe run with it a little bit, develop it a little bit further. Because, that's how a hypothesis really starts and begins, with a nub of an idea. Suggested by an observation or by evidence or by a testimony or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your note in the chat. Yeah, it's intriguing. It's a neat thought, and like we don't know what ghosts are. Then it's pretty much hard to say. Well, do they fade away? It's like, well, we don't know what they are, so it's hard to say what they're doing. But we can only go by observations and what we believe or what we think. But it's intriguing. I found that the hypothesis interesting. And he mentioned also that like he did surveys in pubs, and the pubs would tell you like, yeah, there used to be, but since I've had it, it's been quiet. Or they get
it does also fit the Henry the sorry, is it Catherine Howard running down the corridor of Hampton Court?
You don't do that anymore.
Well, back in the Victorian and the Georgian era, it was the stories were that her apparition was seen running, screaming down the corridor towards the chamber of Henry VIII, begging for. But recent stories have transmuted that into the sound of her or the sensation of her running down rather than the visual apparition. So that would, you could speculate that would support a fade in the energy.
Yeah, I would think that would make sense. And yet there are times that when people, there might be no activity, but when people change the environment, for instance, when they do improvements to the home or change things, there seems to be a rise in activity in some cases. So
it's surprisingly common, actually, that people, or certainly the.
Does that trigger something when they do that?
Well, again, in the water tape, I mused that if you start to knock things down, you start releasing trapped water, and that might.
Okay, yeah. So release energy, which
well, you're re-releasing the memory that was trapped within the water. In my case, but there are, there are a number of documented accounts whereby people have lived, completely harmoniously with the location till they start knocking walls down, and then mayhem breaks out.
Yeah,
So
another interesting case. Though.
Yeah, and what I
that kind of leads away from the fading part because it should it be able to come back after it faded away? Not,
well, it depends on what form the energy might take. Because if it was a trapped or an inert, secure, like you can buy a battery, in Walmart that has a shelf life of 10 years, but if you use it, it lasts about 10 hours. So perhaps if you don't access the energy, or you release fresh energy, I don't know. I mean, again, it's all speculation. It's all like, what ifs and maybes.
That's exactly what it is. But that's what ghost hunting is.
It is, and that's the unfortunate thing because and we keep coming back to the lack of substantial information, substantial evidence, one way or another, that allows us to actually reach a conclusion. A definitive. It's something we've said numerous times on the show before. Try and define a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's intriguing. That's all. Another point that he had brought up, which was also intriguing, that gave us lots of thought on it, was that there's this theory going around. Every ghost hunters bant around that a tragic events causes hauntings and stuff like that. But he mentioned that most ghosts, if I'm using that term, are when they are seen, they're seen just doing normal things. They're not being murdered. They're not being massacred or having things. They're walking upstairs. They're walking this way, or they're doing this or doing that. So it just go about normal stuff rather than anything to do with any tragic stuff. And that's
Again,
true. Yeah.
You have this thing within folklore that ghosts, particularly the victims of murder victims, tend to frequent the place where they were murdered. Now, there's also this thing about place memory, where tragedy takes place, then it leaves a residual energy of the event which replays. But I would argue that, let's make some assumptions again.
Yeah, I mean that's all we're doing. I mean, this is
if we're talking about, if we're beginning going down with the idea that a ghost is a sentient returning spirit of someone who is deceased, then we're talking about a human being. And I think, well, what would happen if I died? What would I do if I suddenly came back as a ghost? What would
me, I'm sure.
Well, no, what would most normal people do as well? Which is they would want to check in on their loved ones.
Absolutely.
They would want to go to places that made them happy and were familiar to them. They wouldn't want to hang around the graveyard, for example. They wouldn't want to go and constantly revisit the site where they were brutally murdered or slain, or where, they have really bad memories, because that's not human nature. So if it's not human nature for the living spirit, why would it be human nature for the deceased spirit? And that's why it doesn't make any sense for ghosts to hang around graveyards.
Exactly.
I mean, perhaps the ghost of Anne Kerrigan might.
There you go.
But the rest of us, nah. Let's be honest. Most graveyards are damp, nasty, horrible places that you don't really want to spend much time.
The garden cemeteries. The garden cemeteries are pretty nice, especially in their heyday. Especially in their heyday.
Yeah, well, unless you're dead, you wouldn't really want to be there.
Yeah, just true.
You know, if I were to find that I come back, I want to find out what happens. You know, and we've talked about this before. You know, I really hope that death isn't final because there are so many questions I want to see the answers to. Will Elon Musk get to Mars? Yeah, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. What will my great grandchildren do? What will my grandchildren do? You know, these are things that I want to know, and I can't imagine other people not having a similar outlook on death, or you know, discovering that you're not actually as dead as you thought you were.
Not as dead as you thought.
I mean, I've always said, you know, if I died and discovered that death was final, you know, I'd be really pissed.
Yeah, well, there's not much you can do about it, so.
It was mad as hell.
Mad as hell, and I ain't gonna take it anymore. So that's where you come back.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not gonna rest in peace. You go, I ain't going.
I want to find out whether Elon got to Mars.
I mean, that's so. You know, that is one thing that's so intriguing right now is that we are on the cusp of that, and so whether we live long enough to see it.
Aren't we on the cusp of going to the moon?
Well, you already went.
No. NASA next month. Going back.
Yeah, the new one, but we've already went.
I said going back to the moon. Do pay attention.
Not what I heard, but that's fine. If you think you said that, that's okay with me. We can always play it back.
My brain said it. Whether my mouth said it.
Oh, okay. That's another part. Okay.
But, you know, I mean, that's something that's in our near future. I mean, what are we talking about? 2 months? And they go around.
Well, they should be on their way now.
Well, they're on. Well, so it'll be a repeat of Apollo 12, won't it? Sorry, Apollo 10.
Yeah.
Round the backside and.
Will they pick up those weird noises again?
I don't know. Now because that was a real event that actually took place.
Yeah. You know, it's absolutely, it kills us because the government says, "Oh, that was just feedback" or something like that, yada yada, and yet I don't think there's anybody that trusts any government agency tell the truth on anything. And I'm not saying it was always that way, but that's kind of,
you know that old saying, how do you know if a politician's lying? His mouth.
Yeah. Judge Judy uses that on the show. How can you tell a teenager is lying? They're opening their mouths. Yeah, so she uses that on her show. But it's true. I mean, it's sad, but we have such a distrust in the government and agencies that, you know, I mean, you can't. It's like the internet. The internet's in reality is kind of a good thing. Well, actually, it's a good thing, but because it's been converted or corrupted, is that we can't rely on it anymore. You know, we can't.
No, we can't.
We can't trust it.
Well, it's not just the internet. It's. Oh, we'll talk about it after the break, maybe. But it's even AI.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you just can't trust anything.
You and I are anti-AIs.
I'd like it to work, but it just doesn't seem to want to.
We got to go, kid. We have to take a break.
All right, I'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, because we have a special place to go. Anyways, you've been listening to Ghost Chronicles International with Steve Parsons and Ron Kolek right here on TogiNet Radio and later on PowerX Radio. And we're all podcast Go to Die. We are brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 386 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Glant Messy Family Law Group, 50 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts, and our good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon. We'll be right back after the following messages.
Do you have a paranormal event, book, or something else you want people to know about? Then why not advertise it on Ghost Chronicles Radio? With over 150,000 downloads a month, Get your message out to an audience that's interested in the subject. We have a plan at a cost that fits your needs. For more information, contact Ron Kolick at anyghostproject@comcast.net or call 978-455-6678.
There's a shadow on the wall that looks like a man. Lord, that lamp just moved on that stand. I got movement in the cellars, I got footsteps in the hall. There's no time to waste, I better make some calls. I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. Hey, round up the team, let's get started. This is Brother Mike. There's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. This old house has a long history. It should be real, real good for activity. And we got the house wired for sound and got motion alarm setting all around. Got a box full of batteries ready to go, and everyone's itching to start this show. Got our logo tees, driving black SUVs, and that one bald guy with a slick goatee. Hey, round up the team, let's get started. Hey, this is Brother Mike. Well, there's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. Hey, round up the team, let's get started. Hey, this is your big brother Mike calling. Well, there's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rider friends are ghost hunting tonight. That's right. Go get 'em, boys.
Oh, are you reading? Come in. Hello? Greetings from the Shadow, and welcome to Shadowzine. My name is Jeff Belanger. I'm an author, podcaster, and explorer of the unexplained. For 30 years, I've been investigating the paranormal, UFOs, monsters, and things that bump in the night. Lately, you may have noticed how major TV networks and even social media networks have been pushing our favorite subject back into the shadows. I say good. That's why I launched Shadowzine, a monthly underground publication that covers your favorite topics in depth by some of the leading writers and researchers out there. If you're looking for 30-second TikTok clips, go somewhere else. If you're ready for a deeper dive, put down your phone and pick up Shadowzine. You can't find it in stores. This is old school print. Head to shadowzine.com and be part of the underground revolution. That's shadowzine.com, and I'll see you in the shadow.
And welcome back to the second half of the first half of tonight's 2 Hours of Ghost Chronicles Mayhem. This is the international edition.
Very good. So, did you like our new
Yeah,
intro?
tell me about it.
You like it?
That was a bit of a surprise.
I know. I didn't want to tip my hand on that. We're no longer going to Illinois. We're ghost hunting.
Oh, well, yeah, but what's the advert?
No, there is none. It's just ghost hunting.
Just a song.
Just a song about ghost hunting. 'Cause that's what we do on this show. We are ghost hunters.
So, tell me the idea behind it then.
It's a it's a takeoff of a country song, of course. All my rowdy friends, and yeah, it's cool. It's I didn't produce it. I inherited it, so there you go.
Are we going to get? Is the artist going to get credit?
No, yeah, brother Mike. Yeah, there you go. You get credit.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a surprise. Makes a change.
I know. I've got a few sliders I'm going to be sliding in here every so often to change things up.
Well, it means I can't take the Mickey out of whatever. I've forgotten the name now.
Jessica?
Jessica. Yeah, bless her. You're only 18 once. The 496th time.
So, did you like that song, Steve?
It was all right.
Oh, just all right.
And that's a compliment from a Brit.
But isn't that like a total parody of about every ghost hunting team out there now?
Oh yeah, especially the bald guys.
Yeah, with the goatee. Hey, wait a minute, that's somebody I know.
Who's that then?
I will have to do a video of this.
Well, we used to. I mean,
our own videos.
Well, that's the one thing that Ghost Chronicles International has never had. In fact, I don't think any of the Ghost Chronicles shows a theme tune.
Yeah, we do in a way. We have the heartbeat, but
no, I mean, like we used to on the West Files. We used to have the Doors. People Are Strange.
Yeah, we can't play that music though, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
because it kind of summed up the guests.
Yeah, I having fun actually with Power X. I'm making these my stories up, which they only last for 24 hours, but I put the schedule up, and then I can put music on. And I picked up some really cool music to play for different ones, and it's kind of neat. It's it's a little fun. It's just
yeah. I used to do the same with the West Files. I used to sit at the computer and like build the show and have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, I wish I had the time to do much more on that, but unfortunately, I don't. I'd ask you, but of course, you're too busy anyway to do anything. So, whatever.
Well, what software are you using?
For what?
For the show.
For the show?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, we used to have a software package, and you would put in you'd start off with a blank show, and then you'd build in links and tunes and.
Oh yeah, I can. I have the Pararex. Yeah.
Then we just upload it to the station.
Do you know the Pararex is actually home city is in UK?
Is it?
Yes. I know you would ask me, but I don't remember. Yeah, it does. That's where I get charged a foreign bank fee for for the stream, which is funny, but yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of neat. I mean, they have a very good lineup where you just kind of can plop things in, and I'm learning on it, and they seem to be improving it along the way. So that's kind of neat. If you haven't listened to PowerX, check it out. I mean, it's PowerXradio.com, and it's kind of cool. I mean, we broadcast paranormal 24/7, all kinds of shows. Some of them I swear batshit crazy, but I don't know. I would put everybody's opinion out there. We cover UFOs, we cover Bigfoots, we cover you name it, aliens. We carry. It's too much stuff.
Never be too much.
Spiritual stuff, everything's on there. So even oh my God, I had one show last week. It was summoning demons.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh wow. What the hell is this?
You don't want to be playing with that shit, Martha.
Some of the demons. Wow.
But you're only 18 once.
It's dark magic. It's anyway. All kinds of neat stuff, but it is what it is. So check it out, PowerX.com. So anyways, I hope to bring some little bits in to this show to change it up in the middle. So, because we play the same stuff over and over, we go to Illinois every week. So now you realize somebody's going to contact me and say, "Damn, I miss Illinois."
Well, I'm going to send in an email and complain.
Good. Anyway, before I guess we were
I'm going
talking.
to have to learn the lyrics to that song now, aren't I? So I can take the mickey out of it. We're not supposed to bite the hand of the advertisers.
But it's cool. Yeah. So
anyway, we were saying before the break, AI lies.
Oh,
just make stuff up. Because this week I've been going through some of my collection of stuff.
Yeah.
And asking AI, specifically the Google AI, which I think is called whatever it's called.
Stupid.
Yeah, it should be. Well, it'll tell you one thing, and then you log out, and then you ask it the same question. It'll give you a completely different answer.
Really?
And then you correct it, and you go, "But you told me it was that." Oh, thank you for correcting me. You're right to correct me. Well, I shouldn't have to correct you. You should be right.
Mm-hmm.
And it just does it over and over and over. I must have, like 80% of the inquiries that I've made this week, where I already kind of know the answer anyway.
Yeah.
The Google AI has just plain lied. And just made stuff up, because all it's doing is quickly searching the internet for something that fits and then spits it out like a response.
So it doesn't look stupid.
It's just an internet search engine.
Not a good one either.
At least, some of the others are a bit more. But even they make mistakes, but
yeah,
because what we're dealing with all of these systems is basically just a glorified search engine.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Google one, that's particularly noticeable. And you can make it say all sorts of weird stuff. That's like, I gave it some information, and I deliberately gave it the wrong information. And then it kept giving it me back like it was a fact.
I did?
Yeah. It kept sort of regurgitating it like it was a demonstrable fact. I'm thinking, I just made that up. But now you're telling me it's a fact. And when I corrected it, it said, "Oh, thank you for correcting me," and then kept doing it. It's like, it's completely dumb.
Yeah.
Or at least the Google one is.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it's got a long ways to go yet.
Well,
disappointingly.
It's weird. Is we just got this, I don't know how to use this stupid AI chat thing, because I was looking at the chat. We're broadcasting.
Yeah, there's one on Zoom.
No, not on Zoom. This is the one on YouTube where we're broadcasting, and somebody put down, "Is anyone there?" And I don't know how to respond.
The correct answer to that is no.
Nobody alive. We're just us dead people. So
it's like when people always say to me, "Can you hear me loud and clear?" If you say no, it's like, what? But you've just heard me.
We'd like to reply to you, but I'm not smart enough to do it. Maybe if I figure it out, I could have to have somebody else. God, it just seems getting harder and harder for. She's a top man too. Wow. I don't know how to do it. So, whatever. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. I just don't know how to do it. Who's in the TogiNet chat at whatever? We need a chat.
TogiNet chat.
What's that?
I'm not in the TogiNet chat.
No, I'm not saying you.
See, Roy liked the new music.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's headbanging to it.
How do you say that?
I'm looking the chat.
I missed this totally. Anyway, who knows?
I'm surprised he listened.
Well, yes, he monitors because we're just so entertaining. All right, we've come back and we really haven't talked about anything.
No, we haven't, have we?
No. We were talking about ghosts, whether they fade away, and
we faded away.
Yeah, we faded away from that topic very much. So, which is interesting because that's the problem. You might say this is in most cases, but you can't say that because there are cases where that's not.
Well, that's it. You get that a lot in the paranormal, don't you?
I know.
People say things in a definitive way. They'll say, well, of course, the ghosts are real. And you say, well, most people believe in ghosts, or I've forgotten the example, but people talk in ways that are definitive rather than outlining the actual uncertainty of the problem.
Yeah.
And what they're really talking about there is their belief.
Yeah.
I mean, women do it all the time. Well, everybody thinks you're a bastard.
Oh.
Well, you mean everybody? Well, yeah, everybody. Or they said, well, clearly.
Well, to this person, do you think I'm a bastard? I don't know you. Well, that's not everybody.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm one. So there's that.
There you go. But
people talk in that sort of way.
Yeah.
Definitively.
And they, I don't know.
We actually teach this during the ghostology ASAP training.
Oh, cool.
These are called I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're like statements that give away a person's the way they construct their argument by using these type of statements and what they really mean. Right? I mean, there are others like, well, I agree. I hear what you're saying, but.
Oh yeah, well, that's we've talked about that, I'm sure. It's like, isn't that interesting in there? Remember we went through that spiel?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. That's intriguing. Which is basically saying
I'm bored. I really don't care.
I've got to find something positive to say about it.
Yeah. I don't want to call you badass crazy, but the other theory about ghosts is time slips, where it's actually you're looking into a different
period. How the heck did we get to time slips from
ghosts? We were talking about ghosts, but we went on to the before the break, and then we come back into some kind of, I don't know where the hell we went to, but we were there.
I suppose that's the joy of time slips, because we can say that we were talking about it tomorrow.
Or yesterday.
Or, yeah. And nobody can prove us wrong.
Yeah. We should do a show on time travel.
Well, we'd have to get Anne on.
Why?
Well, because she knows lots about it.
Yeah, but can she discuss things? Or is she just going to be, I know it all?
Well, no, she can discuss it.
Oh, okay.
And she'll end up shouting at you like she normally does.
Yeah, it's cast a dirty spell on me. And
you're a witch.
Well, close enough. I'm afraid of her.
I could ask her.
Yeah, I would love to, because I'd love to talk about time. Time travel is intriguing. And I'd like to bat that around a little bit.
Okay. I'll try and arrange something. The problem is, though, because of
it works.
Yeah, and she doesn't like staying up late. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the time travel one when the clocks change next time in the autumn.
Because in the autumn?
Well, yeah, because that way it's an hour earlier in the UK, and she's more likely to say yes.
One
more week. We've only got one more week at the moment.
All right. So we're running out of time. I noticed that our friend.
Not just wind the clocks back to start again.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Anyways, there's some idiot that wants to, because there's a big debate in the United States about daylight saving time. Some people want to repeal it, some people want to keep it. So somebody came up with the idea, well, why don't we change it to a half hour so that we're a half hour off with everybody in the world?
No. I remember as a child, the British government tried. Sorry, I've got a throat sweet. The British government tried an experiment where what did they do? They didn't change the clocks. So they kept the clocks on British summertime.
Mm-hmm.
America did something in was it the 50s or the 40s with double daylight?
That's
well, anyway, as a kid in the as a kid in the 1960s, Britain tried an experiment whereby they stayed on BST, which was the same as European time.
Okay.
And
you in Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah, we are, but for the government tried this experiment because people were saying it would be better if we changed to the same time as Europe, blah, 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 blah. And so they did. And there were more accidents. And because I remember going to school in absolute pitch darkness and coming home from school in absolute pitch darkness and never seeing the bloody daylight. So they decided it was a bad idea because there was a lot more road accidents and people crashing and running kids over, and so they stopped it. But they've forgotten about that experiment now, so they're now asking for a repeat of it, but they want to do now and keep us on GMT.
Okay.
To see, well, we don't know. Probably not. It'll just kill kids at the other end of the day.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right. If you say so.
I mean, we've been doing this daylight saving nonsense for what now, 75 years?
A long time.
And people, or longer, and people still have to be told, every year it's the same. Do the clocks go forward or back?
Spring ahead, ball back.
Yeah, spring forward, ball back. Yeah. But it's amazing how many people can't figure it out. And also, you'd think if you were going to do it sensibly, all the countries in the world that use daylight saving would all change at the same time.
But you have time zones, right?
Yeah, but the time zones are only, they're all based on Greenwich Mean Time.
Right, that's true too. Yeah. Okay.
So you'd think logically all the countries in the world would all change to daylight saving at the same time. But at the moment, you've already changed to daylight saving.
Yes,
we don't change till the 29th.
So you gained an hour.
You're only 4 hours behind us now.
Ooh, look at you. Get an extra hour of sleep.
I know. I do like it when the clocks change.
But yeah, that's true. They should standardize it, but they don't.
That's because it's been politicized, isn't it?
Yeah. The other thing is, we talk about ghosts, and we talk about, at the same time you can see this ghost come walking down the stairs.
It's even more complicated than that. Because when they talk about
anniversary ghosts,
they always forget the 8 missing days between the Gregorian and what's the other calendar? They changed the calendar in about 500 whenever it was, and 8 days were dropped. And so an anniversary ghost should actually be 8 days sooner than if it's before 1600 or thereabouts. The anniversary ghost should be 8 days early, because when we change from the Gregorian calendar to I can't remember. Hang on a minute.
It's going to bring you for you.
Gregorian
ghosts have been more reported in modern times, but is it because we have a better reporting system now, or is it just that they're more active?
I don't know. But Pope Gregory the 13th was he changed the calendar in October 1582 to correct a 10-day drift from the solar year. So Thursday, October the 4th, 1582, was followed immediately by Friday, October the 15th, 1582.
There you go. That's the way it always should be.
And this was to adjust between the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar. Great Britain adopted the Gregorian calendar in 1752, which means that every anniversary ghost after 1752 will appear 10 days early. If they are accurate.
Well, depends.
Well, because they wouldn't know about it. They're dead.
Well, it depends when they died. If they died after
that's what I just said. If they die, if the ghost is like Anne Boleyn, they always say Anne Boleyn appears at different locations on the anniversary of her death, but she should actually appear 10 days earlier. If she's a true anniversary.
1750, yeah, she did, right?
No, she died a long time before 1750.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that would make sense, right?
But she doesn't. People go to Blickling Hall and other places where she appears on the anniversary of her death. But of course, she shouldn't have died.
That's a funny part because I looked at, I think it was my book Ghost of the Day. I looked at, I think it was Greenland or Iceland. I can't remember it now. I think it was Greenland. These longboats are seen at a certain date. And then in Newfoundland, America, they are seen on a certain date. And the interesting fact about it, it would take a longboat that much time to go from, say, Greenland to Newfoundland. So I was wondering, that would kind of that almost makes sense in a way. But
it does, but you better end the show because we've got 30 seconds.
Well, I have to. We could go out with the song too. No, but we have to go. Anyways, thanks for listening to whatever the show was. Ghost Chronicles International with Steve and Ron right here on
This is the country music edition.
I like it. I like that song. And we're brought to you by Circles of Wisdom and the Gallant Messier Family Law Group and our good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon.
And the letters Z and Y.
Yes. Good night, everyone. God bless and stay safe.
Good night.
From goalies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.